Hello, welcome. You are listening to Dr. Sushma Singh. Today in Unit 31, Peasants Movements. Let us start our lecture with topic the Naxalite Movement 1967 to 71. The Agrarian Society of Independent India experienced a new epoch in the history of peasant movement with the peasant uprising of May 1967 under the Naxalbari Thana of Darjeeling district of West Bengal. Immediately after the country's independence, the government of West Bengal enacted the West Bengal State Acquisition Act 1953 to abolish the Zamindari and other intermediary system, and the West Bengal Land Reform Act 1955 to put a ceiling on land holdings, to reserve for the sharecroppers 60% of the produced share, and to put a restriction on the eviction of sharecroppers. However, due to the lack of the political will, the progressive provision of these acts remained in the status book only. Moreover, eviction of the tenants and the sharecroppers, sharp downward mobility of the peasants, their economic insecurity and unemployment emerged to be the integral part of the agrarian society of that period. The sharecroppers, who constituted 16% of the rural household in 1952 to 53, came down to 2.9% in 1961 to 62. Though because of modified land transfer, proportion of the marginal and the small cultivators increased among the rural population. In real terms, poor peasantry was undergoing a desperate situation caused by their livelihood insecurity. This was clearly visible from the phenomenal increase of the agricultural labours from 15.3% in 1961 to 26.2% in 1971, and the decline of the category of cultivators 38.5% to 32% during the same period. Significantly, the All India Credit Committee in its report of 1968 pointed out to the emergence of sharp polarization between classes in the rural areas. Against this backdrop, while the economic condition of the poor peasantry were deteriorating, the political happenings in the West Bengal took a new turn. In February 1967, the United Front, dominated by the communal parties CPI, CPIM, RSP, etc., came to with the promise like land to the tiller, proletariat rule, etc. The United Front pleaded to implement the land reforms, promising land to all landless households, and invited more militant initiatives from the peasantry as an organized force. The left political parties had initiated rigorous mobilization of the peasantry in the Naxalbari areas since the early 1960s, when the landowners of the Naxalbari region started large-scale eviction of sharecroppers. The CPIM Darjeeling District Committee started to organize the peasants on a militant footing after the United Front government was formed. The Naxalite movement spread rapidly in many parts of the country. Protracted armed resistance, declaration of liberated area, killing and arrest became a regular phenomena in the agrarian society of West Bengal. By the end of the June 1967, the CPIM leadership came out against the Naxalbari leaders, calling them an organized anti-party group advocating an adventuristic line of action. 19 members were then expelled from the party. The rift was complete. Moving through the stages of the Naxalbari Peasants Struggle Aid Committee and a coordination committee, the CPI-ML was finally formed in May 1969 by the organized militant group. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.